I think I'm fucked. Let me explain how fucked I am. Because I want people to enjoy this. Okay. My situation is that I thought, because there's a place I'm staying in Europe, and I'm thinking, after my Schengen visa expired, I was hoping to have a permanent visa or a long-term visa sorted out for Europe while I was staying there, and that did not happen. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my mic. Is my mic just like on the wrong thing? I see it going up and fucking down. No, it's fine. Okay, whatever. So I'm thinking I'll just stay in Europe and get a permanent visa while I'm there, and that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, now I have to leave the EU and sort out my visa while I'm outside the EU. So I think, okay, the shortest place to go, the comfiest place to go, cheapest place to go will be Serbia. So I go to Serbia. This is my first week in Serbia. Everything's fine, right? Well, then everyone loses their fucking mind in a very short span. So Trump has just banned all EU American travel. Now, Serbia isn't in the EU, but my departure flight will have to come from the EU. Because, I could cancel it and reschedule it to come out of London, because the UK is not considered a part of this ban. But then I'm afraid if I get into the US, I'll just be quarantined for 14 days, visiting the LA road rage thing. Now, I can't find any information about what the quarantine policy is. Serbia hasn't really been infected all that much. There's only like one case. But, who fucking knows? Because Italy closed its borders like a week ago, and everyone's freaking out now. So, the road rage thing is, I'm flying out on the 25th, right? So who knows what it'll be like then? If and then I'll be there until the end of March, and I'm thinking, how bad is it going to be by the end of March? Am I going to be able to fly back to Serbia? Because I mean, it's very frustrating because I want to go really bad. But I can't predict what other countries are going to do. They're all spastic as fuck. They're just like banning travel to shit. And I mean, I guess it's like a fair measure. I guess if you're really afraid of this fucking boomer plague, then whatever. But I'm not personally afraid of it. You see, this is another thing that we can squarely blame on the boomers. Because the coronavirus has like less than a 1% mortality. It's on par with the seasonal flu, if you factor in age for young people. But for the elderly, for the immunocompromised, the mortality rate goes up like exponentially over the age of 40. So this is Trump and other world leaders making sure, watching out for numero uno, the boomers, and making sure that the plague doesn't spread because it'll kill the people that matter the most. While the young people, the young adventurous types who go to comedy clubs and live in Serbia for no reason, they are the punished. They are the penalized. I was almost asleep. I was laying in bed and I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm a sleepy boy. I drank all that coffee, but I'm still a sleepy boy. Almost doting off. And then my phone vibrates. And I look at it and it says, Trump has banned all travel to and from the EU. I'm like, oh, that's great. And now I've been looking at this thinking, I can either, like, my options are this. I can either stay in Serbia and see and experience the Serbian quarantine procedure, the Serbian lockdown procedure, be stuck with all the Serbs for the duration of my stay, or I can go to the US and hope I don't get quarantined for 14 days over the week that I'm supposed to be there. Or I can try and either get a visa to finagle my way back into the EU, or just illegally try to get into the EU. Because I'm thinking, I bet you I can take a train from Bucharest to wherever the fuck I want to go within the Schengen and get there just fine, even though I don't technically have any days on my Schengen visa. So that's where I'm at. This really, I don't know. I know people, Chinamen were dying. I'm aware that there are some deaths. I'm aware that there is some hamster coffin, people buying toilet paper and shit. But it didn't affect me until the orange pumpkin monster Drumpf himself bans me from my own country, bans me from my God-given right to visit shitty fucking comedy clubs in LA. This never would have happened without Drumpf. I can travel through that's why I said I can fly maybe through London. But if there is a self-quarantining thing going on in the U.S. for travelers from Europe, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be applied to people from England. And stay out, Orange Man. When I heard about the travel bans on the Muslims, and I heard about the wall and keeping out the Mexicans, I thought it was great. I applauded it. I voted specifically for it. But now that I am personally inconvenienced by something, I have to reconsider my entire political ideology. How could this happen to me? I'm white. And now I am subject and limitations to my own house. How could this have happened? How could I have been so blind? Voting for orange Nazis has really set me back in life. White but fat. Fuck off. If I'm white and fat, I should be doubly allowed into the United States. Josh is Bernie Bro. That's right. We need a match me chat. Don't super chat to me because I can't receive any fucking super chats. Neither can Jim now. So don't super chat to Jim. And take your super chat money and give it to Bernie so he can lift this fucking travel ban and let me back into the United States so I can go to LA. And I guess let's be serious. If I went to LA and I went to this fucking comedy club and I met all these fucking weird losers in LA, I would definitely get coronavirus. I would be Typhoid Mary of 2020. And I'm saying this as a joke. I'm being completely jocular. I'm just joshing. Obviously, I would never knowingly contaminate a pandemic and then travel to a bunch of different countries. This is a meme. I'm doing a comedy show for the WHO and whoever else is listening. But I'm just saying my risk in doing this is preposterously high, but it is also very funny. The very premise of traveling internationally to go to Chink Central 101, in the United States, the place where everyone in Wuhan would want to go in the United States and just start koofing all over the place. That's my destination. The most chinkiest place not in China. And go there for the most petty and benign reason imaginable. And then fly back and go to a different country. It is a completely legitimate, serious, well-motivated, well-intentioned itinerary that is also the most preposterous itinerary possible for the current year, the current time. Just saying. So that's where I'm at. I'm like an autist. Maybe I have autism, chat, because I'm thinking I don't like uncertainty. I like, I'm flexible. I can handle changes and stuff, but I can't handle a persistent uncertainty, and I especially don't like it when there's stuff happening and for whatever reasons outside of my control, I literally can't do anything about it. If something happens and it's bad and I can accommodate it, I will do it immediately. I want to get it done. If something happens and I have to take care of it, I will try to take care of it as soon as possible. But if something happens that I can't take care of, and it's just out of my fucking control entirely. It drives me crazy. Like, what the fuck do I do about this? I have to sit on my hands for 14 fucking days, 2 full weeks, and just see what happens. Let's see what happens, bro. And that drives me nuts, because I want to, if this was the information and I had to figure out what to do, I could devise a plan and get it done tonight, and I wouldn't be streaming. But instead, I'm going crazy because I don't know what the fuck I can do. I have no idea what my options are. I've sent an email out to like a lawyer about the Schengen visa thing, saying, hey, is there like some kind of special thing I can do? Is there like a student visa? Is there like a self-employed visa? Is there like a cultural understanding visa that I can get to finagle my way back into your fucking country, and maybe just go there right away? But it's 4 a.m. in Europe, so they're not going to be reading my fucking email. I'm not going to be going to sleep. I drank another cup of coffee, so I'm fucked. I fucked to nap on it, fucked to get my email, fucked to think about my maybe canceling my flights. And my thing is, I think I booked my flight without the option to cancel. So if I did that, then I'm just a retard and I'm out. If I don't have the option to cancel this fucking flight, you guarantee I'm going there. I don't give a shit if I have to escape a fucking military base, quarantine, to get to this fucking comedy club. If I spent $600 fucking dollars on a flight, I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna lose that money. I'm taking that flight. Because I may not be technically Jewish in the matrilineal sense of Jewish inheritance, but I am Jewish enough to appreciate the value of $600. Okay, that's my appraisal of the situation. Am I brain dead? They will refund. Are you sure? Okay, I don't know. Maybe they'll especially accommodate me. Like, oh, we're so sorry that you got fucked. We got fucked by the Orange Menace. Here's your money back. Or it could be the other way around. It's like, well, you had the option when you were checking out. You had the button right there that says, do you want to spend $5 extra for travel insurance? And I said, nah, I don't need it. I know for a fact that I will be taking this flight, and I will not miss it no matter what. So I don't have to worry about rescheduling a flight. So who knows? It could. I mean, who's going to force them? Delta's losing money right now. Everyone's losing money in the travel industry. So, fuck you. Fuck your $600, bitch. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You can't do nothing. Never forget the $600. That's exactly right. The stonks. Midwit. Oh, thank you. I'm not smart, but I'm not a complete dimwit. I'm a midwit. Make sure you get a refund. I heard that he's doing testing, making sure that people can get free testing. So people were going to get tested for the coronavirus, and they got hit with a $2,300 bill for it. So Trump had to issue like an executive order to make sure that everyone can get tested for the fucking virus. That's excellent. That's fucking great. I'm not even for like healthcare for everyone. I think people should just die if they're too shitty to like take care of themselves, but I don't know. That's pretty fucking funny. That's peak America. Oh yeah, remember, I'm down $60,000 that I'm gonna get from Delta if I miss this fucking flight. Don't forget it, guys. I'm gonna get my $600,000 by the end of this. I sound like an overcharged vibrator. Oh, you know what? It's because my room is echoey, I think. I bet if I cut my hands like right behind my mic, it would echo less, but I can't do that for sitting here talking. I don't have a way to change it, so you're just gonna have to deal with me sounding really vibraty right now, I guess. Serbian. No, I'm not drinking. I'm very stressed. I need to alleviate myself on my chat, because what else? I guess I could have saved it for the proper Friday stream, but I guarantee you by Friday I'll be less pissed off Maybe I should. Well, there was a guy on the forum way back when. His name was Connor, and he was a total like retard. He was just a moron. He was a genuine dimwit, and he had really bad autism. And I just remember that one of his favorite quotes is that. And I'm trying to remember this word for word. It's extremely gross. It's something like, there are sticky, lint-like objects on my perineum below my groin. They smell of death and the odor cannot be alleviated, even with Gold Bond. It's something like that, where he's just talking about his personal hygiene and how appalling it is, and how there is literally nothing that can clean his taint of the impurities that he has acquired throughout his existence. There's another quote from him that's fantastic, because he was at like a college. He was like a community college, and he was taking classes, but he was taking writing classes because he was he was trying to write a science fiction novel called Redesigning Eva. And I don't think he ever made any progress on that book. He's been writing it for like 10 years, and I don't think he's written any. It's just like, I can't remember the premise of it, but it's shit. And we all made fun of him for it. But he went to community college to get a writing degree or something. And he said, he described himself on his college campus. He's like a big dumpy guy. And he would describe how he would walk around his campus with a handheld tape recorder, like the kind that you would when you imagine like a private investigator or detective interviewing someone, like with just a regular tape recorder. He says that he would walk around with this tape recorder and record himself, I guess, kind of doing what I'm doing, just telling stories into it. But instead of having people listening, he would do this in public around other people not wanting to listen to him, talk about his shitty fucking ideas. I think he even explicitly said that he would talk about, like, he would pretend that he's at a crime scene or something for a murder and be like, the body is laid out, their arms and legs are splayed in unnatural ways. So he'd be like giving grisly details of like a murder into his hand recorder, walking around in public at his campus. And I brought that up, that long-winded story, because that's basically what I'm doing right now. I need my handheld recorder to record this moment in history of me being unhappy, so that it's genuine, and as it was at the time that it happened. Because by Friday, I'm going to be more rational. I'm going to have looked into it more. I'm going to have to call people, talk to people like an adult, figure out what the fuck I'm going to do, and then it will be less interesting. Right now, you get to enjoy me being angry at the fact that Orange Man bad. I am a virus. What? When you're out public and the block button doesn't work. Force podcast. Oh, is this a Force podcast? Who are you? I think when I do a stream, when I get like a couple hundred viewers, it starts popping up on like random people's thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're just browsing the site and they're looking for like whatever the fuck, and then they see my shit and like, what the fuck is this? And they click it and like, who is this guy and why does he suck so bad? And it's really strange. You can always tell when stray normies end up in chat. It's fantastic. I guess it's not fantastic because then they report me for saying the N-word and I get banned from YouTube. I had a dream a couple days ago that I got banned from YouTube, and I was really bothered by it. But then I woke up and I checked my email and I wasn't banned. I'm like, oh, that's pathetic. I really shouldn't be having dreams like that. That's kind of fucking terrifying. What does that say about my psyche? It made me feel really bad. It made me feel really bad. It made me feel like I was being prosecuted because of my gamer freedoms, and Susan Wojcicki is just jealous of me. Get Chantel to what? Sick deport. That's right. I'm already koofing. I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. I'm already immunocompromised. I'm gonna get the flu and and the chinky flu at the same time. Oh, here. Since I'm up, what time is it? What time is it in the U.S.? Here. Fuck. What time is it in Colorado? Oh, way too late. I think I have a number for that Toad woman, Shanny for Christ. I'll play that. I'll save that for Friday. I'm gonna be depressed on Friday probably. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, no, you guys are giving me East Coast time. Fuck off, East Coasters. This spreads by farts? Is that a joke? Yeah, stop spreading misinformation about the coronavirus. Or you're gonna do, are you, are you gonna get my channel banned? Because, oh man, there's something really funny. There's something really funny that I've been witnessing for like almost a year now. And I kind of want to talk about it at this point, but it's been like a good zit that's been simmering under the skin, and I have a feeling, I have a really good feeling that once it pops, it'll be a fantastic, it'll be a fantastic story. But it's not going to be for a while. It's something I've been a good boy. I've been very patiently sitting on this egg, waiting for it to hatch, and it's getting there. Especially if I turn up to LA, I have a feeling that something really funny will happen, and it might be at my expense. I might end up on the bad side of it, but that's a sacrifice I am willing to make because it would be really funny. I think. Pop your zits. I'm such a tease. I know, but if I jump the gun on this, I would look like a total fucking asshole. I have to wait for for me to be in a defensive position, for me to be in a way that I can react as mean as I want and look like a decent person. Because otherwise I would just be punching way the fuck down. Pop that egg. All the fat people are gonna die? Oh, thank God. My suffering is over. Gay ops. Oh yeah, it's been about a year. That's what makes it funny. If it was just like a once-off thing, it's like whatever. But it's been like a thing for a year, completely unmotivated, that I just keep seeing over and over again from the same person. I'm like, oh please do something. That'd be awesome. I'll read it. Oh yeah, the information is that Boogie2988 has coronavirus and he's gonna fucking die. He's gonna fucking die, and when he fucking dies, no one will believe it. Okay. Is there anything? Is there anything else I should talk about? Because I don't know. I feel like an asshole just having like a 25-minute long stream, but at the same time, that's about all I have to say. Boogie is dead. Can you imagine if he actually died from coronavirus? Who is going to? Okay, look, if it's going to infect everyone, if it's going to infect everyone, someone you know, I mean, just based on the rates of which it kills people, famous people in your circle in the internet drama sphere are going to die. It's an inevitability that someone that we know, probably multiple people that have forum threads, are going to die from this disease. Who is going to die? Now, I know fat people in general have immunocompromisation because their body's too fucking fat to fight off the disease, right? I guess the elderly. Tommy Tudor might fucking die. Tommy Tudor is literally homeless. If there's someone who's going to contract a fucking deadly disease and die from it, it's Tommy Tudor. He's way up there. Maddox. No. Bernie Sanders. Oh my god. Can you imagine if like Bernie Sanders, after losing the Democratic nomination a second time, got the coronavirus and dropped fucking dead? That would be perfect. That would be literally the funniest fucking thing that could possibly happen this election cycle. Is Bernie Sanders dying from the fucking coronavirus. No, Biden dying is less funny because I think he would lose really bad against Trump. Lucas Warner. Oh, can you imagine if it was if there was something about like post-op transsexuals that had some kind of morbidity factor to it? Or they just, because of the wound, something happens, it starts oozing out all their liquids and they die or something. That would be funny. Morbidity. It's a hard word to say. Fuck you. That would also be funny. Well, immunocompromised people are going to be, I mean, everyone with AIDS is going to be at an elevated risk. I mean, address the gunt. What about it? Not my precious liquids. Carlos Maza. That would be a good one. Carlos Maza. Don't go to LA. The fucking sex bots. God damn. How much fucking money does YouTube need? Who can I wrench? Who amongst you are good enough to wrench? See that's super annoying. Oh, his divorce? Okay. Well, I can't. Okay, I'll just wrench some random fucking people. Don't be an asshole, okay? Here, John Smith and Juan and Smart Potato. You fuckers. You do it. Sort this shit out. Ban these motherfuckers. I don't know who you guys are. I've never talked to you before. To get rid of them. Okay, once the bots are done, I want to have an honest intellectual conversation. Oh, it looks like it's sorted. Excellent. I want to have an honest intellectual vote, okay? Based on the merits. Tell me this. Press 1 if you think that Nora got a green card and divorced. Press 2 if you think she just wants to stay in the UK and pursue her career there. Because that seems to be the official line. Oh, gee, why'd I even ask, you fucking people? No one's gonna choose the less interesting one. No one's gonna vote for the less interesting story. Okay, I see some twos. I see some people who are erring on the side of respect, of respectfulness, of dignity. The rest of you guys are just fucking assholes. I don't know. I feel bad talking about Nora because I've always, when I talk to Nora, she's always extremely nice. She's a very nice person, and I'm biased. If there's anyone susceptible to being biased in favor of someone, it's me. I should really go out of my way to not befriend anyone ever because it taints my judgment terribly. Even if she wants to stay in the UK, why would she divorce him? Because I mean, if your husband is in the US and you're in the UK, there's multiple reasons why. Okay, let's say that for whatever reason she has like a really great job offer doing animal testing. Because if she's in biomedicine, animal testing is really big in the UK. Animals have no rights in the UK because I mean it's the UK. They're monsters. I've known people who do animal testing in the UK. It's really big over there. If you have any veterinarian or medical experience, you go to the UK to do animal testing, basically. So she has a great job offer there, and and you're married to Ralph. Ralph is a felon. He's not going to be able to get a visa, and his job explicitly makes it difficult for him to get any kind of visa to the UK. It's like a double whammy. He's going to have a hard time getting a visa to anywhere, and then he's going to have a hard time specifically getting a visa to the UK because of speech laws. So it is one of those things where I can imagine that it's just like, this isn't going to work out for career reasons or whatever. You might as well split apart. But I don't know. I always feel like I always give people the benefit of a doubt, because whatever. It always sounds like I'm what's the word? Oh, gun shielding. I'm gun shielding by saying there's probably there's a decent chance that he's not lying, that things just didn't work out because of countries and stuff and visa complications and different directions in life. It happens. But then I say it, and I sound like I'm being a nice guy. I'm being a white knight. Maybe I am, because despite my personal conflicts with Ralph, I find it very hard to dislike him. I don't know why. I have enough reason to, I suppose, but at the same time, it's just like whatever. I find it very hard to hate anyone, even Frederick. Whatever, I have a bad memory. I forget why I get mad at people, and then I just don't. I don't care. iDubbbz, GF, and Nori got together. Oh my god, that's the hottest goss. Terrible person. He's very supportive. Dude should just pretend like he's in the UK to get the cops to start a manhunt. I always see this guy in chat because I recognize his name. Babushkina Kikimora. I always see that name. It's very distinct because it's in Slav. I probably pronounced it wrong, but whatever. Trump has been silently judging the stream. Well, he better give me a fucking visa. In fact, he better come talk. He better send a diplomatic mission to the EU to negotiate an extended stay visa specifically for me. I'll give him a good review. I'll vote for him. I'll vote for him in November if he does that for me. I'll Iron Wrench people at the end of the stream when I look at the moderator list. What do I think of the iDubbbz thing? I'm conflicted on this because I used to be in the position that if, like a year ago, I would say, I was of the mind that if you are fucking a girl who is a cam whore, that's like kind of alpha because you're making money off people who wish they could fuck your girlfriend. But I think my position in that has eroded over time because my respect for people who do sex work in quotes, it's the PC term, but my respect for people who do that has eroded immensely in the last year. And in particular with iDubbbz, there's I see no reason for this. It's okay with iDubbbz in particular. I've sided against it at this point, but with iDubbbz in particular, I can't. Even back then, I think I would have had trouble reconciling iDubbbz situation. She's clearly in love with Chris Ray-Gun, or Chris Ray-Gun is clearly in love with her. Either way, iDubbbz has enough money. He has lots of money. He has enough money where they don't need to work ever again. So it's not like he's going to make a couple $100,000 pimping his girlfriend out on the internet to retards. But then on the flip side, on the other side, iDubbbz's girlfriend is not pretty enough. How can I phrase this diplomatically, chat? I think that she is a very adequate looking woman, but she does not have the kind of face, especially face, that people simp hard over. She does not look like the type of person who's going to be like a Bella Delphine making like $100,000 a month off retards. She looks okay, but she's not going to be one of those people who just like the Bernie chick who does the OK Boomer song. She doesn't look anything like that, and that's what people want when they simp. So it's just a complete mind fuck. Like you are a wealthy, successful person. Why is your girlfriend such a whore? And if you're wondering, this is them. This is a recent picture of them. So I don't know how that's the appeal of her, somewhat obtainable, I guess. She's very average. She's very average. You know, I'm happy for iDubbbz, but I could never imagine this as anything but a personal insult if I were in his position. It's like, I have all this money. You don't need to do anything, but you want to be a whore. This isn't sex work for money. This is, you are a prostitute. You have a prostitute mentality, and if you're not being a prostitute, you feel like you're lacking something in your life. You know what I mean? And he needs to shave that fucking mustache because it looks like he fucks children. I'm just going to say it. I can't find a nice way to say that. That mustache is fucking hideous. Shave that shit off. Here, I'll post this one too. I'll just get this up on the stream. You know, okay, I can't post this on YouTube. But if you look on wherever, probably on the forum for it, you will see a before and after picture of her getting breast implants. Hold up, let me show you this. She has a subreddit dedicated to her, right? And she got breast implants. So those are fake. Those are completely fake. But let me show you this. Let me change this actually so you can't see any titties. Let me censor this real quick. Okay, great. So this is the whammon of iDubbbz, right? Very, very successful person. One of the most successful YouTubers ever in history. This is his girlfriend's Reddit for her prostitution stuff, I guess. And look, it's like she has 20 upvotes on a picture of her in like a bikini and stuff. Her stuff gets like a miserly amount of attention. And how bad must that hurt to the ego when you're like engaged or whatever to a celebrity and you can't even pull like 100 upvotes on your subreddit for your pornography, your softcore pornography. That's more depressing to me than almost anything else. It's like, okay, it's one thing if you're a whore. It's another thing if you're a whore and you're in a relationship. It's another thing if you're a whore and in a relationship and not successful at it. Because then it brings in so many more questions about like your psychology and what you're in it for. You know what I mean? It almost forces you to think of it as something that iDubbbz is personally sexually invested into, because why else would he permit it? It's like, how embarrassing. Pray for her. Oh, jeez. Do, re, mi. Remember to say your 5 prayers every day, boys and girls, because you'll end up like Anisa. He likes getting cocked. Well, that's what I'm implying. It's like being depressed, being suicidal, but also failing at suicide. Kinda. Not so dramatic, but... iDubbbz emotionally abusing her and calling her flat. Leafy, now's your chance. Okay, I fucked up the lyrics to that shitty fucking meme song. Fuck off. I can't sing. I didn't know he had a girlfriend until the leaks guy brought up. Yeah, same. I'm not like a huge iDubbbz fan, but I know who he is. I know his legacy. How could you not? And again, I've already said it. It's just like you hear it and you're thinking like, what the fuck? How did this happen to you to put you into this position? Okay, let me play this. And then I think I'm going to head off, because otherwise I'm going to completely run out of things to talk about for tomorrow. Hopefully not. I'll probably recover some of this stuff. Where is it at? I guess I should probably feature the Aniza stuff, huh? On the forum. It's weird when you, while I'm pulling this up, let me say this. It's weird when you check poll, or when I check poll, me specifically, when I check poll, and I see stuff like, that I know the answer to, you know what I mean? Because someone was asking about the assigned male artist, Sophie LaBelle. I was like, have they killed themselves yet? Because they, I haven't heard anything about them in a couple months. And I'm like, no, I know for a fact that they're still posting their shitty fucking comics. And I think they do the thing. Here, let me pull up their last comic, actually, to show you the quality of the shit. It's just so great. It's so great. It inspires me with so much joy and personal happiness. Fuck is this? There it is. This one's actually pretty funny in terms of like how bad it is. Letting trans kids transition isn't a modern phenomena. Throughout every era and every culture, kids have identified as various genders regardless of their genitalia. Just like today, many weren't allowed access to the space needed to express themselves, but some have loving families and communities that supported who they were. Society that wasn't always willing to see them. So remember, kids, back in the day, we had trans kids. We had trans Muslim, male to females. They didn't get burned at the stake or anything. We had male to female housewives. We had female to male sultans, I guess. I don't even know what that fourth panel is supposed to be. It's just a black kid missing a leg. I guess we had LGBTQ plus transgender children. Is that like Tiny Tim? Tiny Tyrone? Shit. We was whamming and shit. Mr. Scrooge, please give me some chicken. I'm sick, Mr. Scrooge. Oh well. Okay, where's this thing at? I got distracted. I got distracted by tranny shit. Aha! This.
You're a whore. You're a whore.
Oh no!
Just admit.
Damn it! Wrong browser. Oh no! I've got 4 different browsers. I'm fucking up.
You're a whore. You're a whore. Just admit it. You're a whore. You whore yourself out online. You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple. Just admit that you're a whore and a slut and a harlot.
I miss the internet. I hope that when all the boomers die, the internet will be fun again, and you can go on the internet and just call people whores, and you don't get like banned. You don't get banned mid-statement for your sacrilege. This guy needs less soy. Actually, let's compare it. I don't know how old that picture is. Let me throw up the one that I had up before. We'll do a compare and contrast. Okay. Left is new, right is old. Do you guys think that there has been a partaking of the Soylent in the duration of this man's life? Do you think that there's been a what do you guys think? Yes, I'm seeing a yes. Both look gay. Porn stash, pedo stash, simp. It's not the boomers. Oh, I don't know. Old people dying in general will help society. If old people die, here's what I'm gonna do. You ready? I have a plan that if the old people die, I will buy a property, because presumably a house will cost about $15,000. and I'll put a down payment of what I can afford. I'll get a 15-year mortgage and put a down payment of $1,500 on my $15,000 house. And it'll be like an 8-bedroom mansion, palatial estate in Florida, because all the boomers are dead and Florida property value is now nothing. And I guess I'll just breed, because why not? Because food will be cheap. Nobody's buying food anymore. All the boomers are dead. It's a $15,000 8-bedroom palatial estate in Florida because nobody's alive. All the old people have died, and it's now safe to invest in property and procreate. You're missing the big picture. Breed what? Children. Not like breeding children, but to create children, to breed a woman and make the children from the woman by breeding her. Don't. Oh no. What have I done? Ironic that the generation that used to actually say kill everyone over 30 is now who we want to kill. Yeah, I guess. When was that? That's like the millennials. Millennials aren't going to die. I need resources first. I happen to have a very successful internet podcast. I can afford this. All right, my friends. On that very positive note, I think we're done. I'll just play the rest of Electric Worry, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
We told everybody in the neighborhood what a dirty mistreater, and that it was no good. But someday, baby, ain't worry my life. If I had money like Henry Ford, Lord, I'd have me a woman, yeah, on every road. But someday, baby, you ain't worry my life.